I've got some bad news for y'all. The writing advice you've been getting on this channel, it may actually be wrong. But wait, hold on. Let me explain what I mean by that. Where do you actually get your writing advice? Is it from Jenna Moretti?
Hello, everybody. Have you ever looked at popular writing advice and said to yourself, absolutely not?
Is it from Daniel Green?
Hey, so you want to write a book? Well, here's how it's done. Come up with an idea. Game of Thrones, but it's fish people and they breathe fire. Add a good twist, like Krager did it. No one will see that coming. Start outlining the book.
Perhaps it's from Brandon Sanderson and their series of lectures that are recorded and found on YouTube for free.
Like all things in writing, it might not work for you.
Maybe it's from books or from school, but I'm here to tell you that it should probably actually be all of those things. I don't know where you get your advice, but it certainly shouldn't be just me or just someone else, because the advice you get from any single source might actually be wrong. Not wrong in the sense that it's something that is universally wrong and that it's something being like made maliciously to mislead you. Although there are certainly outlets that will do that, it is the different experiences that like color our versions of writing advice. The experiences and things that I have gone through are going to be very different from what Daniel Green has gone through. And what Daniel Green has gone through will be very different from Jenna Moretti. And what she's gone through will be very, very different from what Brandon Sanderson has gone through. All of our perspectives are different. We have gone through different life experiences. We have also had different sets of writing adversities. And it's not as simple as self-publishing versus traditional publishing. That in itself has a wide range of difference in the advice that's given, but also just the very different small details in how we've gone about writing. It is absolutely essential to get a wide variety of writing advice. Because even the advice given, if it's good, may not fit you in that moment. It may not fit your current set stage in your writing journey. I've gone about learning the craft of writing in a variety of ways. I went to university, went to workshops, I had a writing group, I went through Discord channels, I went through YouTube videos, I went through podcasts, I read a shit ton of books. And the funny thing about the more you learn about writing is that the less you know. It's kind of the way that like all education works. The more you specialize, the more you learn, the more you realize just how much shit you don't know. And so I had this idea. This silly little idea that I had that I got to go to the Fan Expo in Dallas and find someone else to give you writing advice. There was only one problem with this idea. I have crippling social anxiety, but armed with determination and a desire not to let you all down because I had previously mentioned it in the last video that I did, I went. And luckily I went with my security blanket, my beautiful, wonderful, amazing, extremely fucking extroverted wife who was there to kind of help. And so we made it happen. Let's learn together from published author and publisher Kelly Lynn Colby from Cursed Dragon Ship Publishing.
I am Kelly Lynn Colby. I am an editor, a writer, and a publisher at Cursed Dragon Ship Publishing. Advice for new writers. I have two. First, write. You have to write. It seems obvious, but I know a lot of beginning writers that are like, I have this great idea and I've written nothing yet. Write. And two, find your tribe. Do not do this alone. It seems like you can, but you can't. So find some people out there, or it's really hard. I won't say you can't. So go find people out there who are writing what you're writing, who are trying to do this, who are at the same stage you are at. Exchange work, learn things, grow, and keep writing.
Kelly Lynn Colby nails it with both of these pieces of advice. I mean, especially the first one. My channel is named fucking just start writing. Minus the fucking, because I think that YouTube would be very upset at that kind of profanity. But it's true, you can't get better without doing. And I mean, that doesn't work for everything. I don't know that, you know, you should just start doing surgery. I think that there should be some training involved in that. But in a lot of artistic things, it's important to just kind of start. Hell, if you go to the very first video on this channel, please don't go to that fucking video, then you will see just how bad, just how terribly bad my videos were at the very start of this channel, and how hopefully they have improved over the year or so that I have been making these videos. And hopefully in a year from now, I will be saying the same thing about this video, how this video was kind of shit, and how the video in a year from now is less shit. You learn by doing, and in writing, don't worry if your first writing sucks. All of our writing sucked at the beginning. That's just how it was. And a lot of our writing still sucks. I still look at my writing. I look at my first published book and think that sucked compared to my second book. And my second book, I'll think that sucked compared to my third. Because you learn by doing. You learn by interacting with others, but you also learn by just doing. But that point about interacting with others, it's an important one. And Kelly Lynn Colby was great in mentioning this. That you need to find people to work with, essentially. Not like, you know, necessarily just finding editors or finding things like that, which is important. You do need an editor as far as I'm concerned, but also finding other writers, finding other editors, finding other publishers, finding other avid readers, people that you can kind of commiserate with, that talk about the process with, things that you have to go through like kind of on a daily basis when you're writing. Writing can be very, very solitary. It's very easy to just put yourself in a room and start writing and kind of hide away. But I think it's really helpful to talk to other people that are doing it too. And that's why I have such a big challenge for you in this video. I want you all to, in the comments down below, introduce what project you're working on. Whether it's a poem, the start of a novel, your fifth book, your first book, the first short story, a fan fiction, anything you're writing, let us know about it. Introduce what you're writing on and maybe get to know some people in the comment section. Talk to other writers, talk to other editors. And if you're not writing something, don't worry, you're not left out either, because I would like to know what you're reading too, because you are part of this writing community, whether you want to be or not. That sounded a little threatening. I don't mean it threateningly, but you are part of the community. You're here now. You have to be. You're almost at the end of this video. That means you're part of the community. I'm sorry, I don't make the rules. That's just what YouTube dictates. You sign it in the contract that you didn't know you signed. But these people, finding these people to talk to, I honestly, and this is not just me saying this, I have learned from you, all of you, in the comment sections on these videos. I have learned from things that you have said and talked about just from reading your comments and interacting with you. I have looked at things that I say differently because of how you have reacted to some of my advice videos, or how some of the things that I have done with the more creative and fun videos. I have learned much from you, and I look to continue to learn from you. I am becoming a better writer because of you. And I hope that that kind of comes across, that we are in this together. It's not necessarily just like a cold competition. We're in this together, trying to learn and grow together. I go by the whole idea of a rising tide raises all ships. So let's learn together, let's grow together, and let's become better writers together, because the world needs our stories, because AI is kind of shitty. If you want to take a look at Kelly Lynn Colby's books, I have linked the first of their Emergent series down below. I've also linked Cursed Dragon Ship Publishing down below if you're interested in checking out what they have to offer and all the authors they represent. Thank you all so much for sticking with me through this video, and I hope you found this useful in some way. If you want to check out a little bit of what I actually mean when I say just start writing in a more in-depth way, you can check that out in this video right here. And as a bonus, you get to see the idea of how things improve as you keep doing it, because that video was about a year ago that I made it. And hopefully this video is better. If it's not better, I'm doing something wrong. So there's that fun thing to think in my head. Thank you so much, and I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day.